my foot in a hot topic. And this is one that people have been very passionate about. There's very much sides to be taken, and it is ripping my city apart. So ultimately, I'm going to go ahead and step into it and say that there might be a nuance, there might be a middle ground. And I'm going to explain my decision and explain why I believe what I believe, so that if you want to just listen to this first part and then cut it up and say that this is what I believe, that's your choice. But if you want to listen to it all and get the whole story, that's also your choice. So listen up. I am both pro Rock Creek Entertainment District, University North Park, and pro small business in Norman, Oklahoma. I know. Let that sit in for a minute. I'm both. And you're like, that doesn't compute. It makes everything all a mess. It does. So let me explain why. When I look at where I shop, and I said, now understand, I live on the southeast side of Norman. So my area is southeast Norman. I am not far from 48th. I said I'm very close to 48th, so I get some of the challenges that people feel out there. But I'm also not far from 77 and Classen. So also I feel the energy that's happening there. And for the longest time, we had nothing out. There was nothing out here. It was empty. It was barely retail out here. So very, very different. I've been advocating for retail for a long time on this part of town, and that was when they first started talking about this entertainment district, that was my recommendation, put it southeast, because it's near the university, near our area. We needed the development at the time. And so there was that. So when they decided to put it up there, again, it wasn't my first choice, but I was like, well, the land is not being used. It's not being put in Ward 5. It's not being, there's nobody on the land that you're removing. There's no house that you're knocking down. It's just bare, blank land in North Norman. Now, I forgot about the university owning it, and I forgot about the lack of tax revenue from property taxes. I did know that they had already paid off the south part of that, and so that was already like something I was aware of, and so I knew that TIF was almost done or close to being done, and so we should be starting to get quite a bit of revenue from the south TIF. And so that is an important part of it too to think about. And I said, but that's not why I support that area. That's not. I said, it is part of it, but that's not the reason. I shop, and if you have looked at where I've said I've been shopping lately, it's been downtown. It's been coffee shops and bookstores and cheese shops and retailers and all of the people, all the places, because that means something to me. Norman means something to me. And let me tell you, I have strong relationships with those business owners. I love Stash. I love Main Street Pottery. I love the breweries down there. I love everything and the energy that is happening in that downtown area. I said Blue Bonnet, Red Brick, all of them. I love the deli. I love Campus Corner. I love these districts. I love Lindsay and 12th Southeast. Why? Because that's my jam. That's my neighborhood. I love it. I love what we are doing. And it is very, very, very amazing to watch what's possible. But I also recognize that in the state of Oklahoma, a city runs on sales taxes. So guess what? We need as many people to get in this city as possible. And so one of the problems we have in Norman, Oklahoma is that we don't have enough space for enough retail to make enough sales tax to be able to take care of our city. It's just not even possible. So ultimately what happens is we have got to bring as many people into our city as possible. Guess what? University North Park, the one that's built now, not the new one, but the one that's built now, is the most shopped retail center in the state of Oklahoma. We have over 6 million visitors a year coming to that one shopping center. And then we have added in the YFAC, so we have teams coming in, we have sports and athletics coming in. Again, it goes back to something I've been screaming this week, and that is partnerships and getting people from one place to the other. And whether that is a university thing that we need to talk to them and say, oh, you get that bus moving back and forth and stop downtown. That is an easy fix for you. Make sure people can get up to that district and back down and stop downtown and shop there as well. That is an easy fix. Get that done. But at the same time, how do we attract people from University North Park, the 6 million visitors, and get them downtown? Our downtown is like 3/4 of a mile, if that. If you go on James Garner, it will take you 3 minutes to get from the University North Park to downtown Norman. It doesn't take that long at all. Just hit that road and boom, you don't even have to turn right and left. You get funneled directly to downtown. It is there for you. It is waiting for you. But the reality is, we've got to have those retail centers. Why? Because if we don't, we can't fund the growth of our city. So either we recognize that we're growing and we have to fund it somehow. And you could fill every business in downtown Norman and every business, every empty storefront, and we could not make as much money as they can make in that one shopping center. I said, now you can if you do every small business in the city. I'm talking about the empty small businesses. So the empty small businesses, the empty buildings, unless we're building skyscrapers that bring a whole lot of people, then that's very different. I do agree, and I think it is very important. We do need housing downtown. We need high density housing. Why? Because again, people living near downtown will help downtown. Why? Because then people will go and they'll shop there, they'll walk there, they'll live there. They take their animals there. It makes it more of a living space. I recognize that the university is 2 blocks from there, but people aren't walking the 2 blocks to go downtown. They're just not, unless it's game day. So that's really interesting. I'm like, how do we get people to come out of the blocks between the university and downtown to come up to downtown and walk it and spend time there? I don't know. That's a question that we're still asking ourselves. But trust me, I am an advocate for both, and I will scream from my pulpit. If you watch my videos, I'm talking about downtown. I'm videotaping the small businesses. I'm doing series on it. You know where I'm not doing a series? University North Park. Because how boring is Target? I mean, with all due respect, it's boring. Academy is boring. I'm not going to film those businesses because they're boring. I said, you know who's not boring? Stash. You know who's not boring? The Lore. You know who's not boring? Beanstalk, Coffee and Snow, or Yellow Dog, or, Gray Owl, all the galleries. They're not boring. They're exciting. You know who's not boring? Antique Paradise. So ultimately, I love that. So you have to remind yourself, it is a shopping center. It's still boring. It's a boring shopping center up north. So how can we get them out of the boredom and into the excitement? Because they need to know that we have a unique downtown that is phenomenal. It is an art center, a music center. And listen, we're one of the only cities in the state of Oklahoma that is an art city, music city, and food city. Not or, and, all three. We are the trifecta of amazing, fun things to do. All you gotta do is get here. And if you get here and drive around a little bit and, go that, miles south of University North Park and come down and check out our downtown and check out our other parts of our city, you will eat some great food. You will meet some incredible business owners. And you will have a night to remember because we're a phenomenal city. We've got great drinks. We've got great places to stay. When we're crazy, we can get real crazy because it's game day. When we're chill, we can get real chill. Like you can feel like you've rejuvenated yourself. All in the same city. And yes, we're growing. We're going to grow rapidly. We just can't help that. It's part of who we are. We are a rapidly growing city. So again, I can support the Rock Creek Entertainment District and support small business downtown and everything in all the other districts outside of that city and support Classen Avenue, and all the stuff happening down south, because I need all of it. In order for my city to grow, in order for my city to continue to bring revenue in, I need every bit of that to happen, because guess what? If people come for the north side of University North Park, or they go to Rock Creek, they're going to shop south side. When they shop that south side, those tax revenues are coming back to the city. Bring it. Let's do it. And I said, so yeah, putting them in that place gets them there. Would I want it near I-35? No. I'd like it out east. That's always been my thing. I think it should be out east. I think that whole district should have been out east, but it's not. It is up north right now. So there it is. So I just wanted to put this out there because, again, I voted in favor of that district. I want you to know my reasoning and why. And I want you to be aware of the situation and my thoughts. Feel free to disagree. That's the loveliness of Norman, Oklahoma, is we are a disagreeing city. We like to battle things out. We like to talk and debate and critique. And we have professors that like to add their, let's see, 55 cents worth. And so we have all these people that want to jump in. But ultimately, we're a city that is growing. Ultimately, we're a city that has a lot of excitement. And listen, come check us out. We have districts, not only a district. So it's not only downtown either. Check out West Side, check out the East Side, check out the Lindsay corridor, Lindsay, East Lindsay, West Lindsay, all the Lindsays. And you can go right through campus while you're doing it. Beautiful spaces. Phenomenal small businesses. International Pantry. If you need anything for cooking, go check them out on West Lindsay. We have food. Oh my gosh. Volcano. All the new restaurants that are opening up. Bienvenidos, which is one of America's best restaurants. You've got, there's incredible things happening and incredible places to go. Shopping. The holidays are coming. Shop our downtown. Shop our small businesses. Go in the shops. Go say hi. It's a phenomenal time of year, and we're excited about everything coming up. And you should be too. Don't forget to book your stay here. Of course, during game day weekends, it's really busy, but other weekends, it's busy, but it could be busier, and you can come and hang out. Live music, we have every day. We have some live music every day, whether it's Campus Corner, downtown, or up north, or one of our legendary venues. We also have sister cities, so our small cities to the south. You've got Noble, which has Kendall's and Tiffany's, and now they added Mama Lupe's is down there. We've got incredible barbecue, and then you have Third Friday coming up this Friday. That's going to be in Purcell, in downtown Purcell. Amazing event. So check out our region. Come shop.